Breaking news, Nigerians. Natasha Akpoti versus Akpabio. My country people. These two are like cat and rat in the Senate. We've been seeing a whole lot of dramas in the Senate, but guys, this recent one has sparked debate amongst Nigerians. There was confusion when the Senate President Godswill Akpabio was seen ordering the lawmaker representing Kogi Central out of the red chamber. And the commotion in the Senate started over the seating arrangement of lawmakers when Senator Natasha Udwanga's seat was relocated. The Kogi lawmaker refused to comply with the seating arrangements as approved by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and she was seen raising her voice that she is not afraid of Godswill Akpabio. And this has sparked a lot of debate. Guys, no be small drama. No be small drama. Natasha Akpoti clashed with Akpabio over seating arrangement. And these disputes arose after, her seat was relocated following a reshuffle triggered by opposition lawmakers moving to the majority wing. However, Natasha Akpoti said, lie, she's not going to vacate her original position. But what can we say? They noted that non-compliance to these seating arrangements could potentially lead to disciplinary measures. And Senator Godswill Akpabio was seen raising his voice. Natasha Akpoti also raised her voice and accused Akpabio of silencing her, that she will not be silenced. She's not afraid of Akpabio. She has, you have denied me my privileges. You have done this, you have done that. The standoff escalated as the Senate President ordered the security people to remove her from the chamber. However, the interventions from fellow lawmakers helped to de-escalate the situation, though Natasha Akpoti remained resolute in her refusal to move. And this incident underscores rising tensions within the Senate as political realignments continue to shape legislative proceedings. But many people tend to paint Akpabio as someone who gives command, who does not respect women. That was why he made such a statement on the Natasha Akpoti, while other persons are also blaming Natasha that why would she shout for the Senate President? Why would she raise her voice on the Senate President? Some are even saying she should stop disgracing womanhood by being disrespectful to the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. This is not the first time Akpabio and Natasha Akpoti are having face-off in the Senate. This is not the first time we are seeing misunderstandings between them. But I really hope they tend to solve this peacefully. I hope they tend to solve this amicably without any form of sanctions on both sides. Because some other lawmakers were struggling to pacify Natasha Akpoti, and Akpabio wasn't even shaking. He had to send her out, He said she should leave the plenary session, and this kind of created disorder in the Senate. And so many lawmakers were also reaching out to her that she should apologize to Godswill Akpabio. Some persons are saying she should apologize to Godswill Akpabio. So all these things started due to the seating arrangements, and it was said that Akpabio once fumed over seating arrangement back then when he wasn't the Senate President, when he was just a random senator. He once aired his disapproval with the seating arrangements back then, but he put it that the way Natasha Akpoti is doing now wasn't the way he did it back then when he had to express his displeasure, and they settled it eternally. It wasn't something that escalated into what we are seeing now. So the drama between Natasha Akpoti and Godswill Akpabio is getting out of hands. We don't really know what's going on between the two of them, but these guys are always disagreeing. They're always having issues in the Senate. I don't know if Akpabio has offended her in the past. Probably Akpabio has done something quite, I don't know, unforgivable to her. And maybe Natasha too has offended Akpabio somehow in the past, that these two cannot, stay without causing commotion in the Senate. It's just so unfortunate. However, Akpabio assured the lawmakers that the issue would be resolved at the appropriate time, where he underpinned the dignity of the Senate, describing it as one of the most prestigious legislative bodies in the world with highly esteemed members. He also reassured opposition members that the reorganization of the sitting was a normal legislative practice. They should just follow up with it. It shouldn't cause problem. It shouldn't cause panic. That these adjustments happens time to time. So if anyone is, not happy or pleased with the sitting arrangement, they should make their disapproval privately, and not trying to spark or create tensions in the Senate. So my country people, make una come shook mouth for this matter. Do you think Natasha Akpoti was actually wrong for not moving from the seat? Because according to what they've said, since that seat has been reshuffled, since Akpabio reshuffled her seat, she couldn't make any statement while staying on that seat. She had to go to her reassigned seat and probably make her statement. She couldn't move any motion while standing on that seat. But I guess Natasha Akpoti wasn't the only person. They reshuffled her seat. Other persons, seats were also reshuffled. And I don't really know what happened that made Natasha to spark up like that. But a lot of people have said Akpabio done too much. Say he done too do for that Senate as the Senate president. Say him own cup go soon full, making they take am easy. Guys, even Ajaka had criticized Godswill Akpabio over his comment on Natasha Akpoti. We all know Ajaka, a former governorship candidate for the SDP for the Kogi state governorship elections. Ajaka was not pleased now. Ajaka was like, Akpabio must go, following the Senate president's clash with Natasha. He wasn't really happy. He wasn't really happy at all. He made various statements describing Akpabio's display at the Senate as a legislative autocracy and rascality. That it seems that Akpabio is feeling like a boss. Akpabio's leadership somehow has shown a troubling pattern of autocratic behavior, as seen in this recent viral video. So my country people, make una come shook mouth for this matter. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.